Well, this morning while reviewing the leadership, I did tell you about a story which seemed interesting to me, and it turns out that we're going to be sinking our teeth into that matter. Yari others to lose seats as appeal court voids Zamfara APC primaries. That was how the leadership captioned that story. This morning in our studios, we have with us Honorable Ahmed Adamu, who is a former APC governorship aspirant in Zamfara State and currently a chairman House Committee on Security. You're welcome, Honorable.
Thank you.
We also have with us Dr. Ahmed Adamu, who is the special assistant on to Atiku Abubakar on youth and strategy. You're welcome, Doctor.
Thank you so much.
Now, you have seen this has come almost PDP. That's where you come in, because I'm sure you would disagree with him.
Yes.
It is interesting in the first, I think it's very important to state that it was someone within the APC, Senator Marafa to be more precise, who has challenged the primaries conducted. Recall that there was there were fears that the APC would not be able to field candidates in Zamfara State because INEC said you did not witness any primaries that you conducted in Zamfara State. But now you talk about consensus candidates. How do you think, or how does your party come in here? You think that that might not be the case? You think you're the ones who are going to be the beneficiaries of this judgment as a result of what has happened? Why do you think that?
Well, of course, because the APC did not follow the law. What the rules has been earmarked by the INEC. INEC said there is a particular deadline for which parties must submit their candidate's name, and that deadline has elapsed, and APC did not fill any name. And they did not hold any valid or legitimate primary election in Zamfara State. And until the election eve, APC had no candidates for the gubernatorial election. And they maneuvered their way to secure a judgment in draconian way so that they can participate in the election. And even the INEC went ahead, though they didn't have the names filled from APC, they still went ahead and printed ballot papers including APC in those ballot papers, which to tell you that even INEC itself can be compromised. So they went to the election with that judgment. And now we have a new judgment that says that judgment that was given by the Zamfara High Court is void, which means APC has no right to field candidate in the election. APC should not participate in the election. And that's what this new judgment is saying in Sokoto. It's now saying all those that participated in the gubernatorial election, they are not legitimately filled in. And therefore, whatever happens, including the candidates and the votes they got, become void. So everything is being annulled by this judgment, which means that if they got the majority vote, meaning that they are no longer having that as legitimate vote, which means that we have to look at other parties, what they have. If we have other parties participating in the election, then we have to count their vote. And if they have fulfilled the requirement for winning the election, then they should be declared as winners. And that's why we are saying this comes as a benefit to the PDP, because PDP is likely to take over Zamfara. And this has further demonstrated how APC themselves are polarized. And all this is about personal interests. It's not about the interests of the people. And the Governor Yari himself is also fighting for his interests. What is called Marafa's group is also fighting. They are also fighting for themselves, through this fight, they are likely to lose everything now.
You had gone to saying that you should profit from this ruling, that the primaries were not conducted. That's what the appeal court is saying now, and that you should be the one to profit from it because you believe that it's both the APC and its candidates that are affected by this judgment. But your name was not mentioned in the judgment. How do you hope to profit from it? Well,
this is a crisis from the APC, and that was also filed by APC members, accusing their own members of irregularities. And this is what APC has been characterized. He even mentioned it that even in Kano there was no primary election. And this is further to tell you that APC has no internal democracy, and it's all about favoritism. And we've seen it in many other states where bona fide members of APC wanted to contest in the in the ESCO election at ward level and local government level, but they were denied access. And all this saga started from filling the executive position of the party at ward level. And that's where Governor Yari fixes people all over. And these guys, their faction, also, they were not given the chance. And this is what brought all this case up to the primary election, where Governor Yari denied the members to participate freely in the primary election. And after everyone has gone home, and then he came back and conducted his kangaroo primary election, while INEC officials have left. And now he sent the names to the national body saying that we have conducted primary election. And now the court is saying, yes, there was no conduct of primary election in Zamfara. And what this appeal court is saying is that even the Zamfara High Court didn't look at the evidence presented to it before the election. And the way the ruling was acquired just on the eve of the election, let's tell you that APC is using judiciary to find their own way. Otherwise, in the first place, APC was not supposed to participate in the gubernatorial election. And we were surprised. We woke up in the morning and we saw ballot papers with APC logo on it.
Last minute,
it was not supposed to be on the ballot.
Last minute, they were included on it. And
yeah, last minute. And this is telling you that
miraculously,
miraculously, so you have to question the integrity of that judgment, and which is now being tested in the Sokoto Court of Appeal.
However,
and this has further proved that that court that was sitting in Zamfara did not look at the evidences presented to it. Otherwise, it wouldn't have passed that judgment that APC should be. Well, what happens in Rivers is different from what happens. Though
agreed. Even though at the end of the day,
APC,
inclusion of APC is what I'm talking about.
But here, like I told you, the Electoral Act said there are deadlines. There are guidelines which is going to be set out by the INEC. And the INEC said all parties must submit their names. And there was no consensus names presented to INEC. And INEC cannot conduct election without names. And that deadline has elapsed. And there's nothing INEC can do about that. And through this...
But you have not gone to court. Sorry, just before. You have your party hasn't gone to court to say, if this is the ruling, then we should be the ones to profit from it. There is no way APC people will go to court so that you will not benefit from it. Our party is also
going to tribunal.
Yes.
We are going to court to challenge that court ruling was not valid and that APC should not participate in the Zamfara election. And this is further support for us. It's making the job very easy for us. And it's up to INEC now to void all those results and now declare PDP as a winner.
Can you tell us?